call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sorry. Okay, there you go. Okay, call the roll, please.
Calhoun.
Here.
Dempsey. Fournier.
Here.
Krapp.
Here.
McGarity.
Here.
Rick.
Here.
Yor.
Here.
I'll entertain a motion to excuse Commissioner Dempsey.
Move to excuse Commissioner Dempsey from tonight's meeting.
Support.
Any questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Krapp.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Yor.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on to adoption of the agenda.
Move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Support. Support.
Any questions or comments? Or I should say additions. No? Okay. Call the roll, please.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Krapp.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Yor.
Yes.
Okay, this is the section of the meeting, the first opportunity for the meeting, where we have the public address the commission. We ask that you come to the microphone, give us your full name, you address your questions to the chair, and that you give us your residential address for the record. We also ask that you abide by our 3-minute rule. If you have, if you'd like to, please come on up to the microphone, and then we'll go to our Zoom meeting.
Hello, my name is Kelly Fisher, and I reside at 205 North Christine Circle. And I need to make you aware that I am a senior citizen that is handicapped with suffering from severe COPD, so please bear with me. I have had an ongoing issue with the neighbors regarding some dogs continuously barking for up to 8 to 10 hours. The Macomb County Police came out on January 4th to take my formal complaint. Since then, we have made quite a few additional police reports regarding the issue. A sergeant from the sheriff's office had encouraged us to reach out to touch base with ACO Grissel and have him get the issue resolved. I initially reached out, left many voicemails for the ACO at the listed number on the city website. When I brought the issue to the ACO's attention, he actually commented that he has no idea where those voicemails go. I have had several email communications that went unanswered with the ACO. I felt our complaints were not being taken seriously. I made a statement in 2 emails that I would not be brushed off or ignored. I wrote another email to the ACO on March 19th at 3:31 p.m. stating we would like a meeting with you and your immediate supervisor at your earliest convenience. This email fueled and angered ACO Grissel so much that he took it upon himself to reach out to the sheriff's department to accompany him. The ACO arrived at my home with this unapproved and unsolicited visit to confront me about my email, and the ACO called me a liar to my face by stating, "I don't believe you're telling the truth," which was referenced in a comment during our conversation, doubting me that I had come to an agreement with the neighbors. During the mediation, Elise Maldonado stated the ACO reached out to her personally to pay their license fees for their dogs after my many complaints. This was actually recorded on a deputy's body cam. The ACO violated my civil rights. Also, the ACO weaponized a taxpayer-funded police force to grind a personal axe against a citizen who is allowed to ask for an audience with his superior. The ACO then went to exercise an illegal overreach of power by asking the sheriff's department to join him on an unannounced and unsolicited visit to my personal home, as I have no animals. The term excessive force comes to mind. We immediately made Mr. Wood aware of the situation. Mr. Wood has stated that he had no knowledge of the situation, that the ACO violated the proper protocol, as the ACO was required to gain permission from him prior to contacting the sheriff's department, which the ACO failed to do. Since March 20th, I have been suffering from serious health conditions and have been documented by my physicians due to this issue. I currently no longer feel safe in the city of Mount Clemens or Macomb County. I emailed Jeffrey Wood and Mayor Krapp begging for their help in getting a PP order to secure my safety. I never received any response back from the mayor. However, I did receive a pathetic apology from Jeffrey Wood. I also contacted the city's manager's office at 8:21 on March 21st and was refused my request to transfer me to the mayor's office or the city's manager's office as requested. Ms. Van Hughes took it upon herself to defend the actions of the ECO, then told me she was referring me back to Jeff Woods. I wanted this made on public record so the board and the taxpaying citizens are aware that they are employing a rogue ACO. That currently my health is my first priority, but I am currently weighing my legal options to protect myself at this time.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to address the commission at this time?
Carl Hay, 21 Second Street. A week from today, Monday the 8th, 6 p.m., Carnes Community Center. We're gonna have an open meeting. I know City Manager Shipman will be there. I hope everybody else comes and joins in the conversation. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to address this commission? Is there anyone on Zoom? Okay, thank you. We'll move on to administrative responses to issues or questions raised during previous meetings. Mr. Shipman.
At the March 18, 2024 Commission meeting, during public comment, the following questions were asked. What is the maximum number of marijuana dispensaries that will be allowed in the city of Mount Clemens? There is not a set amount for the maximum number of marijuana dispensaries allowed in Mount Clemens. The number of dispensaries is limited by the zoning. If the dispensary meets the criteria set forth in the ordinance, they qualify for a conditional permit. Once they receive the conditional permit, they will have to meet the requirements of the state as well as the city. 7 locations in total have been applied for and approved. 3 facilities have received a business permit and 4 more have received a conditional permit. Of those, 1 location forfeited their conditional permit. Are we going to put a dispensary on the corner of Gratiot and Harrington in the Seminole Hills neighborhood? The City Commission spent well over a year creating and debating the marijuana ordinance. Their emphasis was on creating an ordinance that would not allow dispensaries to be within so many feet of a residential property, school property, another dispensary, etc. The list goes on. The ordinance is not written to speculate where a dispensary might be, but rather written to state where it can't be. If the location meets the criteria of the ordinance, it qualifies for conditional permit. Each application must go through a thorough review before it may be approved. Another resident stated that they have 9 slabs of sidewalk that need to be replaced in the sidewalk program. If they don't pay, will they be issued a ticket? The city does not issue tickets for lack of payment. If a sidewalk invoice is not paid by the due date, a 5% penalty is assessed. If the invoice is not paid within 6 months of the invoice date, it will be considered delinquent and it will be placed on the next tax roll. If you need assistance with paying an invoice, the city will set up a payment plan with you. Please contact the treasurer's office for more details. What is the city going to do about the condition of Jones and Euclid Streets? The city is aware of the conditions on Jones and Euclid Street, as well as the many other roads in Mount Clemens that are in equal or worse condition. We are developing a plan to address all the roads in a manner that coincides with the amount of funding available for these repairs. 2 residents inquired about the possibility of an in-person meeting to discuss the Carnes Community Center. Carl stole my answer. That's all right, Carl. Mount Clemens Administration will be holding a town hall meeting at the Carnes Community Center on Monday, April 8th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The purpose of this town hall meeting is to answer questions from the residents about the Carnes Community Center, including how Carnes is currently and will continue to be included in the city's Parks and Recreation program and the budget. And that is all I have.
Thank you. Sorry, there we go. We will move on to approval of minutes.
Move to approve the City Commission meeting minutes of March 18th, 2024.
Support.
Okay, does anybody have any questions or comments about the minutes? Okay, call the roll, please.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Yor.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Okay, general business 9A, the audit engagement.
Move to approve the June 30th years ended 2024 and 2025 engagement letter for Manor Consortium to conduct the audit of the financial records of the city of Mount Clemens as presented.
Support.
Okay, Mr. Shipman?
Attached is the engagement letter from Maynard Costirasan to conduct an audit of financial records for years ended June 30th, 2024 and 2025. The city engaged Maynard Costirasan for the first time last year to prepare the year ending June 30th, 2023 audit. Plant Moran has worked with Maynard Costirasan for several years and has a good working relationship with the independent review principal. They felt Maynard Costirasan performed a thorough and complete audit last year and recommend engaging them again. Note the engagement for 2 years is for 2 years, and the pricing, that's a typo, it's not $4,000 less, it's actually $8,500 less, so. Than the original 2023 RFP, which provided pricing for 3 years. City attorney has reviewed and approved the attached agreement.
Okay, any questions or comments about the audit? My only question is, so the $8,500 less, I'm assuming then it's the same scope of work?
Everything's the same. I asked them how the audit went. That was their first year, working here. He said it went great. Everything was prepared well. So when they came back this year, I said, well, it went so great, you can probably do it for less. And so they did.
There you go.
Careful what you say, I guess. But
Okay, great. All right, and I'm assuming the great part was on, because of,
yeah, they just said that
Plant Moran
obviously
has done a
Plant
good job
Moran
of-
did, it was
If
great
they
prep
don't do a
work.
good
and-
job preparing for the audit, we definitely would have a problem.
yeah, yeah, no kidding. All right, anybody else have any questions or comments? Okay, call the roll, please.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Yor.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Okay, general business 9B, approval of the vehicle lease agreement between SMART and the city of Mount Clemens for passenger buses.
Move to approve the 5310 vehicle lease agreement between Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation, SMART, and the City of Mount Clemens as presented, and to authorize the execution of the contract by the appropriate city officials.
Support.
Mr. Shipman.
Attached is an agreement between the Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation and the City of Mount Clemens to receive 2 new buses. City administration applied for and received federal funds for 2 new buses for the enhanced mobility of seniors and individuals with disabilities. The attached agreement outlines the responsibilities and obligations of the city and SMART, as well as the conditions for the use of the project vehicles distributed by SMART. The agreement conditions are consistent with the conditions in the previously approved 5310 vehicle lease agreement between the city and SMART for all the buses that the city currently utilizes. This agreement has been reviewed by the city attorney's office.
Okay, anybody have any questions or comments? I was trying to find the section of the contract that talked about, something to do with Congress, that Denise always would bring up just in her honor, that it has to be approved or something by Congress, and she would always bring that up, so we'll take note of it again. In memoriam of Representative Menser. Anyone else have any questions or comments? All right, call the roll, please.
Crop.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Yor.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Okay, 9C, purchases and payments.
Move to approve purchases and payments as presented.
Support.
Mr. Shipman, I mean, there's not really a letter for you to read, so.
No, I mean, if you remember, 213 Court was the house we purchased under foreclosure, so this is just to get the demo done.
Okay, anybody have any questions or comments on this one? I looked it up just on Google Earth and noticed that 213 Court, I mean, it looks like there's several lots in a row right next to these lots that are also vacant. And it looks like houses I thought I counted 4 lots. It's hard to tell, but I think that there are 4 lots. And I'm just wondering if the city owns all 4, is there any way we could look into some sort of, I don't know.
Group discount?
Well, I was just thinking like maybe there's a development or something that we could, I mean, it could be wishful thinking, but just something that we could look into.
Well, I looked into Habitat for Humanity, and they
Right.
actually looked at the house, and
Yeah.
it was too far gone, which
Yeah.
I tried to tell them that, and they wouldn't listen.
Yeah.
And the lot as it sits is too small for them to build on, so we could look at if we can expand the size of that.
Yeah, it looked like like I said, several, and there was a existing driveway in 1 or 2, but one seemed like a corner lot. I mean, they were, if put all together, it seemed, and this is just Google Earth, so.
Do we
I just thought
own
it
the
was-
other ones?
I don't know.
I don't know off the top of my head.
This was me thinking about this on the way home from,
I had some other lots if you're more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe, but Brian, I don't believe we own them, because I did look a while ago when I was looking.
No.
So then, something
Okay.
like this, we usually look to see if one of the neighbors would want to take it over.
The owner,
Yeah. Something to think about. Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments? All
I
right.
remember the owner to this house.
Do you?
Yes, and remember how it used to sit. He had a German Shepherd and he just got older and it just sat. And we often wondered what would happen. And years later, here we go,
Yeah.
voting on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyone else? All right, call the roll, please.
Rick,
Yes.
Yor,
Yes.
Calhoun,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move to consent agenda and pass it on by because it doesn't look like there's anything there. So, city manager's report, Mr. Shipman.
The city and DDA held the first business update meeting on March 20th at the DDA office downtown to provide an update on the downtown revitalization project. The goal is for this to be a regular meeting throughout the project to provide timely updates to our downtown stakeholders. The city's refuse contractor is now picking up yard waste throughout the city on your regularly scheduled refuse pickup day. Any questions regarding yard waste pickup can be directed to the Department of Public Works office at 586-469-6847. And the city of Mount Clemens has been named Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation. This is the 37th consecutive year that Mount Clemens has received this national recognition. The Mount Clemens Parks and Recreation Department has spring 2024 classes open for registration. The recreation program opportunities currently available include Power Pilates, TGA Junior Golf, and Eccentric Science Experiments. For more info, go to mountclemensrecreation.org or call 586-469-6800, extension 520. If you're looking for a summer job and like to work outside, this may be the seasonal job you are looking for. The city of Mount Clemens is looking for individuals to assist with the maintenance and beautification of our community. Positions are anticipated to start in May. For more information, it's available on the city webpage under the Employment tab, or you may call 586-469-6818, extension 329. Residents who do not want their homes approached by door-to-door solicitors may join the city's no-knock list. This list is given to all solicitors upon issuance of a solicitation permit and prohibits them from approaching all addresses on the list. All solicitors must be licensed by the city clerk's office and are only permitted to call on residences between the hours of 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Exempt from the license requirements are children, religious organizations, and candidates running for office. If you would like to add your address to the Mount Clemens no-knock list, please contact the city clerk's office. And our upcoming events, Mount Clemens' first annual citywide cleanup, Saturday, May 4th, 2024, with a rain date of Saturday, May 18th, 2024. The event will run from 10 a.m. to noon and will be followed by a lunch. The meetup location will be the Roscott parking lot near the Anton Art Center. Volunteers will move out to all areas of the city from there to pick up trash on major thoroughfares. Volunteers should bring water to drink, work gloves, rakes, trash grabber tools, and sunscreen. Additional supplies will be provided. For more information, contact Linda Curatalo from the Mount Clemens Beautification Commission at curatalo@comcast.net.
Okay, excellent. Does anybody have any questions or comments?
For the folks in the downtown area that aren't able to make it to these routine update meetings, is there a way to get word to them already kind of built into the plan?
When you talk about the so we've reached out to everybody by email, and if anybody requesting that information, we can
Okay.
forward it to them. I actually went down and did a presentation for one of them that missed the first one the other day, so.
And
Okay.
there's an agenda, typed up and everything, so I mean, we can
Okay.
do a summary and send it out.
Thank you.
And since they're every other week, I don't anticipate all businesses will make every one of them, but that's why we made them so frequent that they're not missing a ton of information if
Yeah.
they miss one meeting or something, so.
Makes sense. Thank you.
And also, at that meeting, we introduced the city, well, he's going to be the construction liaison. He's an employee of AEW, but he'll be the liaison between the businesses, the city, and the construction team. And so we introduced him, so we're trying, and he's going to have an office at 48 Cherry Street. So trying
he'll be
to set everything
available
up for,
by phone
Good
or email
success.
if he's not there, so.
right,
Good, good.
yeah. So, all right, we are moving on to public participation. This is the second opportunity that we allow the public to address the commission. Again, that we ask you come to the microphone, give us your full name, address your comments to the chair, and your residential address, and you abide by our 2-minute rule. We'll address those in person and then go to our Zoom meeting. If there's anyone who would like to address the commission, come on up. Seeing none? Anybody on Zoom? Nope. All right, we'll move on then to commissioner comments, and we'll start with Commissioner Rick.
Thank you very much, Mayor Kropp. First, I'd like to extend my thanks to the Daughters of the American Revolution for coordinating the refreshing of the U.S. flags at Clayton Grove Cemetery in preparation for the Memorial Day ceremony, which will be on 26 May at 11 o'clock. Also, I would like to give my regular call for those who are willing and able to serve on our boards and committees. There's currently openings on several, including the Traffic Safety Committee, the Parks and Recs Advisory Board, and others. More information is available at mountclemens.gov/boards. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Calhoun?
Last week I went, actually, it was about 2 weeks ago. Very recently, it's been quite the past couple of days. I went to the Kiwanis Club. They had a fantastic pancake breakfast, and it was, I think the Boy Scout troop also participated in that. It was fantastic. And they invited me to their meeting, which was on Wednesday, and they're just a fantastic group of folks. I really encourage you to, if you're not doing anything, I think every other Wednesday they have meetings. There was a presentation from the Macomb County Road Commission, and so it was great learning alongside residents more about how road funding works and about what the county is doing, along with what cities can do to support our residents as we work to get the roads fixed. I also wanted to announce that I'll be holding a community coffee hour meeting on Wednesday, April 24th from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Black Cat Coffee. And I'll also be holding office hours at City Hall before the next City Commission meeting on April 15th, and that will be from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. I also wanted to talk about DTE Electric. In December, they were approved for a $368 million rate increase that fell to us as customers to pay. That was about $6.51 on the average customer's bill, and they took in $1.4 billion in earnings in 2023. That increase last year was the largest utility rate increase in the history of the state of Michigan. And so now, DTE wants to raise your bill an additional $11 per month on average, which is a $456 million proposed rate increase, and that's to supposedly improve reliability. The issue that I have is that currently we have a serious reliability issue. Last year, I lost power in my apartment complex, me and my neighbors, about 4 times due to weather or other issues. That's not including the accident that did cut out power. And so I'd love to believe that the money that we just sent to DTE was going to go towards more reliable service, but it kind of seems like that's not the case. So I intend to bring forward a resolution in the future to oppose this rate increase, and I'd like to let members of the community know that you can make your opinion known about this and any other matters to the Michigan Public Service Commission by emailing your comments to mpsccommissioners@michigan.gov. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Yor.
Thank you. Just want to take a minute to thank the city and the DDA for bringing that group together. I think those are important opportunities to keep everyone updated, so I appreciate everyone's work doing that. And Commissioner Rick, you always ask about people willing to join. And I was talking to a couple who's purchasing a home in Mount Clemens. They actually, good story, they grew up in Mount Clemens, moved out of Mount Clemens, and found out they really miss Mount Clemens and that small town feel. So purchased a home and they're moving back. And I asked them, oh, which board do you want to be a part of? And I think I have some interest. But I'm wondering, like, have we tried that before? Maybe like welcome, part of a welcome packet or something like for new residents? Do we provide them information on where there might be a place for them to participate in this local government?
It states in our cities, in our charter, that they have to be members of the community for 2 years before they can become a member of the boards.
In 2 years, we'll
Yeah,
go
so
back and
we
ask
can
them.
we can plant the seeds, right?
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
yeah,
And- yeah.
but it's in the charter.
And the rationale for that 2 years, okay.
We'd
All
have to
right.
go back in history for that one.
Okay, thank you for enlightening.
Sorry.
That's it for me, thanks.
Commissioner McGarity.
We do have a new committee member in the audience that's been faithfully attending the meetings. Ms. Marilyn, who is here, so it's good to have you here, but I'm with Commissioner Rick. More the merrier. So I just want to share just a few resources. Macomb County, and I'll leave the brochures. Macomb County Transportation is a free transportation for you to go to your doctor's appointments. They will pick you up at the door and take you to your doctor's appointment as long as it's in Macomb County. You do have to be 60 and older or on Social Security disability. It is 200% income guideline. For instance, one person can't make more than $24.30. 2 people in the household no more than $32.87 to be eligible for this service, and they have immediate openings. You don't tip or anything. It's pretty awesome. And then those that are experiencing a housing emergency, we do see homeless everywhere we go. I do see more now in our city, which is a good thing, but there are resources there. So Macomb County does place those who are homeless in housing. Edison Crossing is an example for one. But if you have the need or you know someone who is homeless, we have a flyer, or reach Macomb County Community Action Center. They are literally at our Mount Clemens Public Library, where you could just walk in and visit them, no appointment. They meet face-to-face with a representative. So if you know someone that's homeless, bring them there, or just bring them to the Mount Clemens Public Library so they can get that assistance that they need. And they do bring supplies for them, because it's not like they meet them at the library and they get into a house. So they do give them resources, food, and et cetera while they're there. And then Adulting 101, cover letters and resume writing is free through Michigan State University Extension. It is in the same building that Macomb Community Action is in, which is in the Verkillian building. But adults, there are jobs for seniors, and nowadays they request a resume and cover letters. So they do this for you for free, and it's a Zoom class. I'll leave that here as well. If you're interested, you could take a picture and share it with those that you know. Last but not least, we're having a party. Macomb Community Action Center, which supplies whatever resources you need, is celebrating 60 years of service, first time ever in history, and that will be on a Saturday, only from 11 to 2. May 18th at the Verkillian Building, which is by the county jail. It's going to be outside, weather permitting, inside if the weather is not feasible for us. But it's for ages 0 to 106. There's activities, there's going to be super giveaways, but the best part about it is every resource you could think of will be there that day. So you definitely want to plan to come out that Saturday from 11 to 2. Bring as many people as you want. There's a free shuttle bus that will bring you back and forth. If you have any questions, contact Macomb Community Action Center. I bring these resources because oftentimes it's not for you, but you know somebody that could use the resource, especially in our city. So whatever we can do to improve our city, that's what this information is for, and as always, for you to share. That's all I have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Fournier.
I too am looking forward to the discussion that we're going to have at Carnes, and it'll be a good opportunity for everyone to talk about what the issues are and just get to know each other better. And I commend you, Commissioner Calhoun, on your DTE project here, and you're going to have to go slower on that email address or whatever, because we all know everywhere the increase in utilities is just crazy. Is just crazy, and especially if you're retired. And so, nice work, and let me know if you can do that slower for me. I'll get it after the meeting. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please. For
That
the
email is mpsccommissioners@michigan.gov.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Excellent. Is that all you had?
Yep.
Okay. I don't want to step on anybody. I want to first start by saying I look forward to, again, as the other commissioners have said, the Carnes Community Center. I believe that myself, City Manager Shipman, and Mr. Wood are going to be the people who are kind of facilitating that. But of course, everyone is invited, and we're excited to just talk through, how that's going to tie in with our current recreation program. I have a coffee talk on April 9th at 9:30 a.m. That's Tuesday, April 9th, 9:30 a.m. at John's Family Grill. And then Thursday, April 11th, 6:30 p.m. at Black Cat Coffee. I want to just address the one commissioner, or the one citizen comment from Ms. Fisher. I never received an email, and from her timeline that she was talking, if she had my email addressed correctly, she would have received an automatic response, because I've been on vacation for more days than what she mentioned. So she would have gotten an automatic response. So she's not here to address that right now with her. So hopefully she watches this, and or I can get her contact info. She didn't leave that either, but we will definitely try to investigate that, and to I'm more than happy to respond. I'm usually very responsive, as most people who contact me know. And I believe that's all I have this evening. So I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Anybody have any questions or comments? All right. Have a great night, everyone.
We didn't even vote.
Yeah, we didn't vote.
Oh, geez. All those in favor? I want to hit the gavel again. Any opposed? All right. Now we're really